Danger of COVID-19 during pregnancy. In light of what we think about 19, we accept pregnant individuals seem to have a similar danger of -19 as grown-ups who are not pregnant. Be that as it may, much stays obscure. We do realize that pregnant individuals have had a higher danger of extreme ailment when contaminated with infections that are like -19, just as other viral respiratory diseases, for example, flu. We likewise realize that pregnant individuals have changes in their bodies that may build their danger of certain. Subsequently, on the off chance that you are pregnant, it is consistently significant for you to attempt to shield yourself from sicknesses at whatever point conceivable. Dangers to the pregnancy and to the child. Much is as yet obscure about the dangers of 19 to the pregnancy and to the child. Mother-to-kid transmission of 19 during pregnancy is far-fetched. In any case, after birth, an infant can be contaminated in the wake of being in close contact with a tainted individual, including the child's mom or different parental figures. Few infants have tried positive for the infection soon after birth, as indicated by restricted distributed reports. Be that as it may, it is obscure if these children got the infection previously, during, or after birth. Few different issues, for example, preterm birth, have been accounted for in babies destined to moms who tried positive for 19 late in their pregnancy. Be that as it may, we don't have the foggiest idea whether these issues were identified with the infection. Birth and baby blues care during the -19 pandemic. It is critical to deal with yourself and your child during pregnancy and after conveyance. Try not to avoid your birth care arrangements or baby blues arrangements. On the off chance that you are worried about going to your arrangement due to 19, converse with your medicinal services supplier. Ask your social insurance supplier how they are finding a way to isolate sound patients from the individuals who might be debilitated. Some social insurance suppliers may decide to drop or delay a few visits. Others may change certain arrangements to visits, which are arrangements via telephone or video. These choices will be founded on the conditions in your locale just as your individual consideration plan. Call your human services supplier on the off chance that you have a critical clinical inquiry. If there should arise an occurrence of crisis, call 911 or go to your nearby crisis division. In the event that you are not driving, call the crisis office while in transit to clarify that you are pregnant and have a crisis. They ought to have a disease avoidance intent to shield you from getting 19 on the off chance that you need crisis care. Try not to defer getting crisis care as a result of 19. Immunizations during pregnancy and the 19 pandemic. Despite the fact that there is no antibody accessible to ensure against the infection that causes 19, routine immunizations are a significant piece of securing your. Accepting a few immunizations during pregnancy, for example, the flu, influenza, and antibodies, can help ensure you and your child. In the event that you are pregnant, you should keep on accepting your suggested immunizations. Talk with your medicinal services supplier about visits for antibodies during pregnancy. Conveyance areas during the -19 pandemic. Conveying your child is consistently most secure under the management of prepared social insurance experts. On the off chance that you have inquiries regarding the best spot to convey your infant, talk about them with your medicinal services supplier. Breastfeeding in the event that you have 19. Bosom milk gives security against numerous diseases and is the best wellspring of sustenance for most babies. Become familiar with breastfeeding. You, alongside your family and social insurance suppliers, ought to choose whether and how to begin or keep breastfeeding. We don't know without a doubt if moms with -19 can spread the infection to babies in their bosom milk, however the restricted information accessible recommend this isn't likely. On the off chance that you have -19 and decide to breastfeed, wear a material face covering while at the same time breastfeeding and wash your hands before each taking care of. On the off chance that you have -19 and decide to communicate bosom milk, utilize a devoted bosom siphon. Wear a fabric face covering during appearance and wash your hands before contacting any siphon or container parts and before communicating bosom milk. Follow proposals for legitimate siphon cleaning after each utilization, cleaning all parts that come into contact with bosom milk. On the off chance that conceivable, communicated bosom milk ought to be taken care of to the newborn child by a sound parental figure who doesn't have 19, isn't at high chance for extreme ailment from 19, and is living in a similar home. 19 and kids. There is significantly more to be found out about how this malady influences youngsters. While a few youngsters and newborn children have been wiped out with -19, most sicknesses have been among grown-ups. A few reports propose that newborn children under 1 year old and those with basic ailments may be at higher danger of genuine sickness from -19 than other youngsters. Youngsters with -19 by and large have gentle, cold-like side effects, for example, fever, runny nose, and hack. Spewing and the runs have additionally been accounted for in certain youngsters. Youngsters with certain fundamental ailments, for example, ceaseless lung sickness or moderate to extreme asthma, genuine heart conditions, or frail safe frameworks, may be at higher hazard for serious ailment from -19. Call your kid's human services supplier on the off chance that you are stressed over your youngsters or if your kid has indications of -19. If there should be an occurrence of crisis, call 911 or go to your neighborhood crisis office. Crisis divisions have contamination anticipation and tends to shield you and your kid from getting 19 if your youngster needs crisis care. Try not to defer getting crisis care for your youngster due to -19.